Hey Angels, it's Lookin Bratz, aka Dom. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. This is gonna be a little bit of a different video. I typically start out in front of the camera, but this time we're starting at my sink. I debated if I wanted to even film this part because I didn't feel like setting up my camera. I'd even set up the lighting for this shot, but the lighting looks okay, honestly, in my opinion. But anyways, we're going to do this doll's hair. This is Bratz Big Babyz. Why did I do a thumbs up? I think I wanted you to tell me something in the comments, and I don't remember what I wanted you to tell me in the comments, but there will be like a challenge at some point in this video. But anyways, this doll has polypropylene hair. Also, we're gonna be getting into some topics today. We're gonna do the chit-chat after we do the washing, and we're gonna be styling, and we're just gonna be rambling because that's kind of my brand at this point. But here she is. She's actually in okay condition. She has polypropylene hair, which basically all the Bratz Big Babyz do, at least the ones with hair. But we're gonna do it. I feel like polypropylene isn't as bad on the Big Babyz and also the styling heads because it's just not as bad for some reason. I have a theory, we'll get into it later. This is the pet brush I use. I don't use it on actual pets. I actually use a different kind of brush and comb on them, but I also use Zwan dish soap. And this one has a new scent. Not sponsored, but I used to really dislike the scent of Dawn, and they changed the formula up a bit, and I really like the way it smells now. This is some Suave hair conditioner. I say always use a cheaper hair conditioner. I tend to get stuff from Dollar Tree. I do believe this one I got at Walmart because I thought it would be good for my dolls. I would say just leave the good stuff for yourself. Use the good stuff on yourself if you can, of course. But any hair conditioner will do. Don't use fabric softener. Just don't piss me off. Anyways, also I'm a grown man who does doll content, so if I like cuss here and there, that's why. Also, I've never really had a Big Babyz doll before. I've had two, we'll talk about that later. But I had such a hard time getting the clothes off because I want to wash the skirt and the top, but it was just really difficult. I was just not having it. I had to squeeze the arms together. I don't know if you can see. And here you're just getting a close-up of the hair. I was struggling. I didn't know how hard it was to take off their clothes. And here she is. She's like, do you got games on your phone? But anyways, this is going to be a long one. I know this is going to be a long video. This isn't going to be a very polished video, not going to lie. The lighting might look a little bit off. The angles might look a little bit weird. I was kind of just freestyling this one, and I don't know, I just wanted to talk, and I feel like it's been a minute since I've done the full-length YouTube video because of life, and we'll talk about that soon. And for these, I usually soak my doll clothes in dish soap, and I'll let them sit for a bit, but I was so lazy, and I was like, I'll just rinse them, soak them up a little bit, scrunch them, and I'll leave them out to dry. But yeah, that was my thinking while doing this part. But I do take my time with the clothing, oddly enough. I didn't realize I was washing them this long, but at least I was thorough. And what I just have to say about that is you never know what you're bringing into your home when you're buying stuff off of the secondhand market, whether that be on eBay, Mercari, at a thrift store, from a flea market. I always advise cleaning your dolls no matter what household they come from, because they do go through a journey to get to you most of the time, or they've been pre-loved. You don't know what condition they're in. So just be cautious of what you bring into your house. I definitely always inspect what I bring in because I don't want any critters or, I don't know, mold. I've found mold in things. I've found bugs in things. I've seen people find bones in things, and that is a fear of mine. I hope to whatever higher being there is that I never find a fish bone or a lizard bone. I don't know what it was, but I've seen people have experiences, and I'm like, what is going on? But I lathered her up with some soap. We're just gonna wash her up. I did use a soft toothbrush. No, I don't use this toothbrush in my mouth. but I did just brush the doll's teeth, so. But I do like to brush up the doll's face. Sometimes it helps like dirt off, maybe some, I don't know. You never know what kind of stains there might be. I feel like your finger oils sometimes can get on the doll's skin, so you have to be like cautious. I think that's a weird observance I have with some dolls. So I always try to take like a wet napkin or something if I touch a doll's face, and I might have like, maybe a hair product on it or something, and I might get it on the doll's face in the process. But that's besides the point. And here I am still rambling, and I don't, if you're at this point in the video and you're like, what's gonna happen in this video? If you're not into rambling, if you're not into existentialist thought, this is probably not the video for you. You are more than welcome to stay, but this is real. This is me. I've just been washing this doll's hair, and right now I'm like freestyling this voiceover, and I don't think I'm doing a half bad job, won't lie. I really thought the hair looked cute like this for a second. It kind of gave me the way the Pamela Anderson hair, you know what I mean, up to, and I was like, oh, that would look cute, but I want to save that concept for another doll, so that'll be due another time. We're gonna do a very basic style on this doll, and I'm gonna have some moments in the video. I already know what happens because I already filmed that part of the video. I was considering talking during this, but I think I just had to zone out for a bit. But we're gonna condition the hair. Make sure you wash out that hair real good though, because sometimes that soap residue just stays in. I don't know if anyone else has had this experience. It's probably such a niche experience for doll collectors. When you're lathering up with conditioner and there's still soap residue in it, and then it becomes foamy because of the soap, and I'm like, oh, I didn't do a good enough job getting the soap out completely, so then I have to re-rinse it, and it's like a whole thing. But I don't know, maybe not everyone gets it, but that's my experience. But I'm going through with the conditioner, and I'm actually getting the pet brush, and I'm gonna go through the hair while the conditioner's in it, just to get out the knotting. And I feel like when I started washing it, it knotted up even more. I was also throwing the doll around for the camera, showing y'all like what the doll looked like. I just really wanted a big Babyz doll, and I was like, I've never had like full experience of one, and even so, this is just a used doll that I bought off of eBay, but she was still in pretty good condition, and I was like, she'd be fun to just like fix up and have on display. So that's essentially what I'm doing here, and I'm so used to filming myself doing this kind of stuff, but I haven't done it in a while, I won't lie. Again, we'll talk about that later. We have a lot to unpack in this video. This is a catch up with Dom. We're just gonna sit down and catch up because I have some stuff to say, and it's not negative stuff. It's just, I don't know, getting things off my chest and expressing my feelings, expressing myself. But I am going through with the pet brush, and be careful with I think I talk about this later. Just be careful. Try not to get the pet brush on the doll's face or on the doll's plastic skin areas. Oh, that was scary. The doll just flung into the camera. I was having such a hard time with this angling, and so I don't know. I'm just going for it. I'm just filming something, and I don't care if it's perfect. Of course, I want to deliver the best content, but sometimes not everything can be perfect, and I think it's okay to be flawed at times. Even though I'm like perfect. I'm kidding. Is this clip over? Is that why it's paused? Girl, see, I talk too much. In the most non-gendered way. Girl, I talk too much. Anyways, let's move on to the next clip, and we're gonna get into some stuff. Well, what would you know? I lied to all of you. Apparently there was more in the clip. I just had a very long pause. I think I took the doll off camera because I needed to brush it at an angle. But now I'm just rinsing it out. I do use warm water. That's really one of the best to get all the product out. You're gonna wanna rinse her really well. And because the poly, it's more like thickly rooted, I guess, and a little bit more dense, you just gotta be very thorough with it. But you can already see the hair is looking a lot better. I think when the polypropylene is at a longer length, and I don't know, for some reason I think the circumference of the head space that it takes up, I find it easier to work with polypropylene when it's in this format rather than on a regular 10-inch Bratz doll. I feel like it's more difficult to work with them then, because with these ones it's just easier to target the ends of the hair, which I tend to feel like are the most messed up parts of polypropylene hair. It's always the ends of them get messed up. If you get it, you get it. But we're rinsing out that conditioner and it's already looking better. And I'm gonna brush it out a little bit after I'm done with this. I'm not really gonna dry it too much. I'm gonna wrap it up in a towel, the doll. And then we're gonna go take a seat and turn the flat iron on and do a little styling, a little bit of ranting. Not ranting. I call it ranting, but it's not ranting. Literally nothing bad. There's nothing bad. Now that we're done with this, I'm just brushing it out, the doll's hair, and we're gonna move on to the next portion. And I swear, not all of my future videos are gonna be like this, but I think I just needed to do this one to like let it out. Just gotta let it out of my system. But let's move on to the next portion for real now.
Hey angels, I turned on the camera a little too soon, but also a little too late. I have had a day, I've just had a normal day. It's just felt very chill, but I worked from home and I think I did made a reel today, and now I'm doing this, and I just felt like I had carved out some time for whatever, and I feel like I needed to make a video because I missed it. like low-key, like high-key, I missed it because I haven't really sat down in front of the camera in maybe a month. But I've filmed so many videos in the past 3 months, and none of them have been edited, none of them have been uploaded. It's been I don't know how to describe it. A strange couple of months for me, but it's not a bad strange. It's felt very healthy, and I feel like, I don't know, something within me has felt like I'm experiencing some sort of growth right now. So I'm feeling like I'm okay, which is a strange feeling to be experiencing for me, but I feel like very content where I'm at right now, but I'm also really ready to take on what I need to in order to grow. And I feel like ready to be very experimental with what I do, and I feel like I'm okay not feeling the most polished, not feeling like everything has to be perfect. And I'm saying that in the sense that I know everything I've done over the past, ever since I joined the doll community, it's always been a growth from where I began. And one day we will talk about where I began all those years ago in the doll community. Well, I really want to do a deeper video about that one day. But that's the thing, is that I'm looking forward to the future so much. And I don't know, there's something that's really sparked within me. I think the past 2.5 months where I've felt okay. There's some areas of my life, and I think this is, every area of my life could really use an improvement, but I think that's the truth for a lot of people, whether or not we accept it. But I think, I don't know, is it growth mindset? I don't know. But I really took a break from, I guess, doing YouTube videos. I was filming them pretty consistently too. I was doing a lot one after the other. I have things that I've bought. I've had things that I've fixed. I've just had things. And I think when you're somebody who accumulates a lot of things, it is a little hard to keep up. And so for me, I'm trying to really slow down so that I can catch up with those things, letting things on display or putting things in storage, and doing it in a way that's healthily organized, so in the future it doesn't get out of control. But I hope I'm explaining that correctly, because I know that some people don't like my videos, which is okay. I really could care less if somebody didn't like my video. Sometimes I might be like, what's your issue? I didn't even say anything controversial in this one. But you can't satisfy everybody, and that's completely okay. If you dislike me, go off. I would love to know. Maybe I could use some self-improvement, but maybe one day. Maybe I'll take your feedback one day about this thing, but I think I'm just focusing on the now. But anyways, I am going to fix up Babyz Yasmin. I started the video off differently because I really wanted, I missed doing the chat videos. I missed just talking about things, and I don't know, I feel like that's my way of connecting with a lot of community members, is that, I don't know, I think there can be sometimes it's a sense of relatability, or a sense of maybe I can learn something from this, or maybe I can learn from something that someone says in the comments or DMs me or something like that. So it's just like, I don't know, I like having an open discussion when it's not, I don't know, obligatory. We're not trying to argue each other, or we're not trying to make it a competition of like who's the most right in the situation. We're able to just talk like human beings, normal, neutral human beings, and then coming to our deciding factors of what we think about a situation. I don't know. This video, if you don't like rambling, I'm telling you, the channel might not even be for you. The channel might not even be for you. I am a rambler. This might be revealing too much about myself. One of my school mascots was called the Rambler. And I think, yes, that is a contribution to society, is that I am a rambler as well. And that translates in all of my videos. I don't think there's one video where I'm not rambling. I could be making a 60-second reel, and I'm telling you, 42 seconds of that is going to be the rambles. But that's just who I am, and I know it's not everybody's taste. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm cool with that. I don't need to be everybody's cup of tea. Maybe there are some people who I'm disappointed that maybe you didn't like what I put out, and maybe I thought this would be something that you'd like, because I have friends and I have people who I think cool or I might look up to, and I'm like, oh, maybe I wish I could be impressive to this person. I think a lot of us experience that within our identities. I'm glad to be becoming aware of that though. But I just wanted to do a chit-chat rambling video, and clearly I've already taken up 7 minutes. I'm gonna see how much I'm not gonna edit of this video. That is my goal. I'm also trying out a new angle. I'm trying out the camera in a different direction, so if I'm looking in different ways, I'm really trying my best to look directly at you, but also making sure that the attention is going towards the camera. Something about me is that I have acid reflux. And I have my Bratz Stanley Cup. It's not a real Stanley Cup, it's stainless steel tumbler, same style as a Stanley Cup. I love it. Honestly, the only thing I dislike maybe is that the top, and I don't know if this is a thing with Stanley Cups or any of these types of cups, is that it is for coffee on the top, but then there's the straw. But if I put it in my bag, it rattles around too much and then the water splashes up. And I'm kind of, oh, I wish it didn't do that. I wish it was a little bit more tight. But otherwise, I do like this tumbler a lot. And it makes it so much better that it is Bratz. I did not get into the Stanley Cup craze until I got this tumbler. And it's not even a real Stanley Cup, so I just like to put water in this. Only thing I will put in this is water. And I'm a pretty avid water drinker. Sometimes I think I drink a little too much water, but then there's sometimes where I'm like, damn, I really could have used more water. I could have been more hydrated. It's gonna be some ASMR. That's gonna be a recurring theme, I think, is ASMR. Because I'm an ASMR listener. You would think I'd be watching more doll community videos. And I do watch people from the doll community, of course, 100%. Just not as frequently as I will watch an ASMR video. It is my perfect tune out the world and focus on what you gotta do. Because as you can probably tell from my videos, is I most likely have ADHD. And I don't mean that lightly, but I mean it in a sense of I know, but also I don't know how much I care for myself. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. I'm cool with it. I guess I'm gonna be 100% real in this video. I'm so real. Is that I forgot what I was gonna say to you. I think I'm okay. I have a comb and I have this doll's head. And I have to say, it looks so pretty after it's wet. And you can't really fully tell that it's polypropylene. It is, but you know what? It like sometimes feels like nylon. And it gets tricky. And I think what the deal is with the big babies and even the Bratz funky fashion makeover heads is that the polypropylene, when it's, oh, and the big Bratz, almost all of them up until 2015 had polypropylene hair. Bratz has been a polypropylene user almost the whole 23 years that it's been around, but they don't get clocked as much for it because it was mostly on the styling heads and the big babies. And I'm gonna do a challenge. There's gonna be a challenge in this video, and someone's gonna win a prize. It's gonna be a small prize, but I'm gonna send you something. But stay tuned. In this video, there is going to be a challenge. So, also, I said I don't care about my appearance in this video. Just saying that right now. I'm not perfect, but I can be delusional and think now. I'm a Leo. So if you're into astrology, you are allowed to say something about me. If you are into astrology, you can say something about me. And if it's out of pocket, I might accept it. If it's about astrology. That's the only time you can read me, honey. But I think it's because the hair is longer, and when you have like a regular Bratz doll, the hair is being cut little, I don't know, maybe a little bit shorter than this. And this also has layers. So I don't know, it feels different in that sense that somehow when there's more polypropylene on the head, the hair feels more manageable. And that is sick and twisted. But the same thing, I have my big Bratz Yasmin from 2003 here. Her hair's okay. It's been a few years since I did it, and her stand kept breaking. Oh my god, the stands on the original Big Bratz are horrible. I really hope we get more Big Bratz in the future. Just saying that, I just really want more Big Bratz. But her hair was manageable, and I felt like it didn't take a long time. And they do have similar hair. I don't know. This one looks a little bit lighter, but it could also be the fact that her hair's wet. All right, so I'm gonna get my flat iron ready, but we'll keep chit-chatting because you're having a good time here. We're not. We might be deeper into the video because I did film that first portion, didn't I? I'm filming this, of course, after I wash the hair. But it feels like a whole other video because I didn't open the video with, "Hi, it's Lookin Bratz, aka Dom." But I also wanted, I'm going to be teasing things in this video. I think I'm going to tell you about some stuff that's going on. And I'm going to say, not with Bratz. Even, don't start with me. Everyone will think that I'm teasing something about the official Bratz brand. I do my own thing. And that's why I think I'm also making this video, is because I want to be like, I do my own thing. I love Bratz to the purple grave that I will buy when I pass a long time from now, please. Because there's a lot of work to get done here. But I have my flat iron, by the way. It's called Almost Famous. I have a similar one in my Amazon storefront, very similar to this. Maybe a little bit more costly. I would say if you live in the United States or know where Almost Famous is sold, check it out at Burlington stores. And this one I think was like $5, and it's lasted me quite a while. It's still going strong. She's a little bit beat up. She's gone through quite a lot of doll hair styling in such a short time. But she's holding up for Burlington for $15, yes. But all that really matters, I think, are just like these kinds of plates, which I think are ceramic or tectonic. I'm joking, I'm not that stupid. And temperature controlled. Make sure it goes down to at least, I want to say 140 degrees, and it can adjust from there. There's no reason to be going crazy with the temperature on any doll hair type, unless it is like the most stubborn thing that you have dealt with. Please, why are you going higher than like 200s even? I don't know. I'm setting it to the lowest temp. Her hair's already wet. I am going to keep my spray bottle handy. This is bottles from Dollar Tree. I think it is cute. They have other colors as well. We're going to keep that handy in case we need to dampen the hair with polypropylene. I always recommend that you flat iron it while it is wet, but that is my recommendation, and maybe others recommend that. I'm telling you my recommendation in this, so if you have a differing opinion or if you want to try something else, that is totally on you. I did not endorse it. And that's how you clear. I'm just gonna flat iron it. I'm just gonna flat iron the hair. Ooh, you hear the sizzle? Ooh, did you see the smoke come up in my face? That's how you know it's working. Girl. Okay. Gonna be so much easier to flat iron a big baby's head than it will ever be to flat iron a Bratz doll head, because the head's larger. You have more space to work with. Polypropylene is a little bit more water resistant, so you got to make sure that it is wet, like saturated. Don't be afraid to get the flat iron wet, but be careful. Don't electrocute yourself. Don't get it on the wire. Just be cautious with yourself. Be careful. I go in big chunks, and I really don't care. I do care, but I don't care that I go in big chunks because I think it works for me. Like, I think, like, okay with the end result when I do that. Dang it. So I'm gonna be real with everybody. While I flat iron this, I'm a mess. Jeez. I think this is why I was avoiding filming, because I was like, wow. Girl, stop. Okay. Iron. I'm kind of hoping it retains some of that bounce that it had. The only reason I am flat ironing it is because I don't want the ends to get all like frizzed up like it does with polypropylene. When it goes untreated. My experience, at least, maybe that's not the experience of everybody else. I'm speaking from my personal experience here, and I will be very specific. I do mean it very literally. Okay. After like this on camera, I love the sizzle. Oh, yep. Even if she doesn't have the exact kind of bounce that the original hair had, I think she's gonna slay. Front is looking a little not ideal, but that's also, I'm gonna put that back. So I have a hairstyle idea in mind, and I gotta be honest, I didn't go to watch the video before this because I didn't want to know if I was doing the same hairstyle. I wanted to like fight afterwards, but this is gonna be my special shout out to somebody in the Bratz community who hasn't been as active in recent years, but who I think really paved the way for what I'm doing now. And that person is As Does Makeup. He's best known for really just like, I feel like the Bratz restyling or like the Bratz hairstyling, like interest that the doll community had at some point and still has, they still do, and I think it has translated into other like branches of the doll community in the recent years. One of the people who really kept like the Bratz name alive during like the reboot years, in my opinion. And I used to be so scared to be like showing my face and to be talking to people on camera as LOOKIN Bratz, because I don't know, I really at one point wanted to keep everything so separated from what I do professionally and what I do as a hobby, really, because this is my hobby. This has nothing to do with what I do professionally, but I'm telling you, there are so many things that transfer over, and hard to explain without like just going into everything. I have secrets, and I want to tell you those secrets. But I hope I explained that correctly. I hope you are able to at least retain a fragment of something that came out of my mouth in this video. I will say though that it's looking pretty good on the side I flat ironed. Like, it looks almost identical, and I know we're losing this sort of hair, but it's kind of necessary, which is just so unfortunate. But I'm really just trying to be cautionary for what my collection looks like in the future, because these are dolls that I am going to keep forever. And I know that in my heart of hearts. And I know some people are more willing to let go of their dolls. I'm not that person. I have a hard time letting go of certain dolls. In my new sort of renaissance of collecting over the past 5 to 6 years, I think this is like, I'm here, I'm in it, permanent. But I respect whoever does what with their dolls, as long it isn't really negatively impacting others. And that's more in like the price gouging sort of secondhand market aspect of it. But that might be a different video. Yeah, are we? I was saying something else before, wasn't I? I don't want to scratch up her face too much. I bought a bunch of Yummyland dolls, and I have the big Yummyland dolls, and that's a video I filmed, and I just haven't edited. And on one of the big ones, I had the pet brush, and I went over the face with it, and it scratched it up, and I was like, oh no. So yeah, be careful. I think I said that in the portion before. I'm careful with what you're doing here. Okay, I keep combing over and over because me is wishing like I could just leave it like this. I am really trying to be cautionary. These are my forever dolls. So people ask me to buy my dolls, and I'm like, awkward. I'm afraid I can't sell. I've only sold to a few people in the community, and really it's been like, I don't know, seeing like who's interested in like a certain doll I might have. But I will say, I think I've had like a handful of those types of transactions in the community where I'm selling. Everything else, I feel like I'm always buying from other people. Constantly collecting. That's why I do want to slow down right now, is because I do want to have a chance to catch up with where I am at in life. And it's gonna be really difficult with like Bratz launching stuff. I'm like, ugh, because I'm like, I know I'm gonna like have to get it somehow, and then I'm gonna have to review it, do the whole thing. I always roll out the red carpet for Bratz releases. Is just my normal. Yeah, it's always is worth it. I always have a good time doing it, even when it is stressful. It just kind of is the way things are with my relationship with the Bratz brand. How so much of my online identity is attached to Bratz, but I am a very multifaceted person. Not the ring light. And I have a lot of interests. I have a lot of avenues I have explored, I want to explore. In that sense, I think I am like Barbie, like just career jumping and whatnot. I don't know. I'm just doing everything. I think it's healthy for me. I think it's, I do think Bratz has always been the most constant thing in the background of my life, aside from like immediate family and all of that and the people in my life. Bratz has always been my constant, I guess, like even in the background. Like, I had something else that maybe took more priority at that time. Bratz was always second on my mind. But with having been LOOKIN Bratz for the past, I don't know, almost a decade in a way. I don't know, close to a decade if you count when I first opened my Instagram account. a decade now since I started building the website, which is actually freaking insane. It's like crazy. Ooh, I gotta stop doing that. Okay. This is not a professional video. I've never actually really claimed to be like a professional like YouTuber or anything, but I am a perfectionist to an extent. I know not every piece of content that I've put out is perfect, and I'm completely okay with that because I know I put all my effort into what I'm doing, and I know the amount of energy I gave to it is what the product is going to come out. And maybe in that moment, all my energy was everything that I had. I'm always looking to improve on what I do. I think that's why I'm doing this right now instead of anything else, is because I do feel like this is something that I have relegated to the back of my mind a little bit. And I just want to return to it and sort of give an example of maybe something like I'd want to experiment with is more chit-chat videos. I do want to know what people like enjoy the most from me. And I want to make sure I have a healthy balance of those types of videos. I want to balance it out with maybe a history video about dolls or Bratz or something. Or maybe balance that out with a rare unboxing or an obscure doll line, that type of thing. And I think in the next year that is going to be one of my main goals, my main priorities is to be doing that and to really honing in on what my content looks like. Because what I'm doing, what I've been balancing for almost 2.5 years is, maybe almost 3 years, is being a content creator and also being a sort of figurehead for some of the Bratz community. And I mean that in like, I don't know how to say that in a humble way. I'm just saying it. So if anyone wants to humble me, go on ahead. Just check the resume. Check the resume. Soon you will be able to see the resume. But I think I'm just going to be finding that balance. I'm going to be focusing on that. In the past maybe 2 months, I've really locked down on my website, which is lookinbratz.com. And if that is what you know me from, huge major shout out to you. I love everybody who enjoys my content. So much love to the people who have supported me. Even if you're a recent person who has found me and has enjoyed my content or anything that I do, literally thank you. I think having so many different avenues of support, ooh, acid reflux hiccups, horrendous. While I'm trying to speak, it always happens when I'm trying to speak for videos, is my acid reflux or something like that. And I'm like, this is not normal in my day-to-day. Maybe I just notice it more because I'm on a more focused task. Also, the room is starting to get a little hot. I won't lie to y'all, because I turn the AC off. I get complaints about my audio sometimes, and I take it lightly, but I also take it in a way where I'm like, oh, like, don't be annoying. Please let me live my life. Don't watch the video, just click off of it, or watch me with no sound. I don't know. Put on some ASMR and listen to me, because maybe you can't stand me. But I've been really locking down on working on the website, and even now I know that has really been more towards the forefront of my mind the past 2 months. There's a fly in here. Oh god, I hate bugs. I hit it. It starts to come closer to you. You're like swatting it away and it comes closer. That has to be like a physics thing, right? I have so many videos right now where it's like the palm of my hand like this. I've been watching Stranger Things. If you get it, if you know, you know. I started watching Stranger Things out of curiosity and I finished it. So now I'm just waiting for that last season. Even though maybe there are some creative choices I'm a little curious about with what I've heard. But it's the rumors, it's the tabloids. You can't believe them all, right? Sometimes you have to. Sometimes there's truth laced in everything. I lost the comb. I surely have a backup. I have this odd looking comb that I don't use often because I tend to use my comb. It came with this one, I believe. The rat tail comb, that's it. I'm not against this one, I'm just not used to it. So I'm thinking the hair is looking pretty nice. It is starting to like go up a little bit, and I don't know, it looks nice. I think once it dries, it's going to look a little bit, I don't know, it's gonna look good. Literally, it'll be fine. But we're just gonna go over that front section a little bit more. We're gonna keep track of our comb. I'm excited. I'm excited. So however you support me, always appreciate it. But at the core of it, I started off as someone who was building a Bratz website. I'd always been in the Bratz community, probably since technically I was a kid, but really not more heavily involved until the 2010s. And somewhere in the midst, around right before the Bratz reboot in 2015, I started building out what lookinbratz.com was, what it was going to be. And I started saving pictures to my computer like crazy of Bratz products. That's just where my brain was. Oh my God, this is like an origin story. They can use this for the biopic one day. We'll see one day. But anyways, it was just like that. I was just so hyper focused on it. I had a little notepad that I would use and write ideas in, and I would write the name of every product. And this is something I would do kind of as a kid, as I would write the names of things that I wanted. I think it was honestly manifestation. And I think a lot of the manifestation I did as a kid has come true to me as an adult. So I think everything will come around if you really do truly believe in it. And I do believe I am a manifester. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that. Maybe I should be keeping that to myself. But anyways, I think what happens is what is meant to be. Truthfully, I think what happens is meant to be. Even if it causes a visceral reaction in you at some point in time, it was meant to be. Ooh. And if you don't believe in that and you want to disagree with me, go ahead. I really don't care. But I need to finish my one thought about Asda's makeup and just say that I think it was pretty good. It was just so nice to see somebody who was queer, who wore makeup, who is male identifying, do something like this. And for me, I used to be scared to show my face, and I still maybe not 100% comfortable sometimes, I'll be honest. Even though I've been doing it so consistently, this is a lot for somebody who has always wanted to make impact, but I don't know, I can't say I'm shy and reserved because I know I'm not. I know that's not who I am, but I can be like that at times. So I think putting myself out to the world the way I have been, it's taken something in me. And you know what? That's probably the first world issue. You can say that, whatever. People say that to me all the time. Not all the time, but they do. And I'm like, I don't care because it's my issue. That's my personal issue. I can't stop my environment because of, I just can't. I understand what you mean, but damn, I'm gonna live my life. Hello, everyone's gonna live their life. And I'm sorry, maybe, I don't think I'm saying anything bad. Truthfully, I don't think I'm saying anything bad. I think I'm just saying what is coming to my mind and what I feel is right, my personal opinion. And opinions are like the doll community. They'll always be controversial. I think now I'm just at a point where I really want to show the most authentic side of myself, because I think that is where I shine. I think I shine in my most authentic self. And if there's anything, my beard looks so patchy. Sorry, combing it. I'm taking a shower right after this, don't worry, y'all. My skincare routine is insane. I like my skincare routine. I think I've grown into it. But I'm not perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. That's all I'm saying. Thank you to Asda's Makeup for paving this road for someone like me to do this. And I really hope Asda's Makeup becomes more active again in the community, because I think they maybe don't realize the impact they've made. So maybe they do, I don't know. But they've made an impact on me, and I'm like, oh, that's just dramatic. I hope I can make an impact as well. I think I have made an impact. People have told me, so I'm like, I'll believe you. Also, this looks like a bald spot. I swear it's not. It wouldn't matter if it was. I'm just saying. I'm a little vain. I think everyone can be a little bit vain. And I'm a Leo, like, girl. If you're looking at your horoscope, you gotta believe there's something there. I think I'm gonna stop flat ironing it, and I did turn it off. Cool. I'm gonna maybe put some of the Vokes Dolphy Water Wax, which I do have in my little hair kit here. I have a video where I built my little hair kit. It's in my reels, so check it out. I think it's from like August or September, October, November of last year, sometime around that era of my content. But I have my rubber bands and everything in here. If you're curious about any of the accessories and tools that I use, a lot of them are linked on my Amazon storefront. That is a great way to support me if you enjoy my content and want to see more of this greatness that we are bringing to you today. And Dolphy Water Wax, though, I am not sponsored and I don't have an affiliate link, but Vokes USA store if you ever want to hit me up. But this is what it looks like, and I just take a little bit in my fingers. I'm gonna take a little bit more because this is a big head. But I just feel like it's okay for me to lean more into myself. I don't know, do a video like this where it's just off the cuff. I didn't really plan for it, but maybe thought about it and was like, I don't know, did I do it? And I'm here doing it now, and I'm gonna really try to commit to actually uploading this. And this is filmed on my phone, I just have a ring light on and a bedside lamp. It's actually like, it has a lip on it. I got it from HomeGoods recently, and maybe like 3 months ago, and it looks really cool. It's like gold on the bottom, and then it's like a white shade, and it's not something I typically go for, and I'm thinking of painting the shade. But anyways, just want to share that tidbit because I haven't done a room tour since April of last year, and I know people want to see another room tour, and trust me, I would love to make another room tour. I'm just not at that point right now. I thought I was a few months ago, and I was really about to. I did a deep clean in my room, as I do every few months, and it just wasn't happening. So much happened in my life, ridiculous amount. But now, since my life has calmed down a little bit, I've dedicated a lot of time to lookinbratz.com, and I'm so excited to share what is coming. I'm so excited for lookinbratz.com. I said I was going to stop flat ironing, but here I am with a flat iron. I lied. Oh, why do you lie? If you watch Stranger Things, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Stranger Things x Bratz when? I don't know if that would work. I would love to see Bratz collaborate with DBD, Dead by Deadly. I've been debating that I let people know my DBD username so that they can add me. I really want to start a Twitch. I have goals. I want to start a Twitch and I want to start a podcast within the next year. So we'll see. Maybe more towards next year. What I'm going to do with Yasmin though, is I'm going to do this. It's going to be like cute little, just tied to the side. Or maybe tied more this way. Thinking of ways to use things differently. I used to watch people make vanities out of like Dollar Tree products, and I was like, wow. I would do it, but I'm like, I'd rather just get the real thing. I went for almost a year without furniture in this bedroom, and it was just stuff, and it was horrible. I was so happy I got furniture, but I didn't have money. I won $1,000 at a bingo. It was a New Year's bingo, 2019, and going into 2020 right before the thing that happened in 2020. And the next day I said, Mom, she was the only one who drove at this point in the house. And I was like, Mom, I want to go to IKEA. And the IKEA was right across from a Christmas tree shop, which is not like a real Christmas tree shop. Not until it's like the holidays, at least. More of like a little knickknack shop. Like you're into like cheese and like kind of thing. That is the place to be. But then they closed down last year. I was so upset. I didn't know they had closed. My mom had mentioned it to me, and I think it like my brain. And she passed one. I was like, oh, we should go. And she was like, closed forever. And I was like, no way. We went to At Home though. At Home is a store that I started going to after we had found that out. Not At Home. No, At Home's a different one. I went to At Home one time. My friend's mom took me to At Home. I didn't get anything though. I don't think I got anything there. But the other one was, what is World Market? World Market. It's called World Market. And it's similar to Christmas Tree Shop. A little bit different though. I'm sorry, that was like topic. But I was like, I want to go to IKEA. We went to IKEA, then we went to Christmas Tree Shop. I came home with a ton of furniture. I really stretched out that $1,000 between a lot of furniture pieces, and it still was like enough to like furnish my room though. It was a little nutty because I keep buying furniture for this room. I bought this chair that I filmed so many videos in and I never introduced properly. So yeah, my life story. And if you made it this far in the video, I guess I'll tell you about the challenge. Okay, this is, oh, she's backwards. This doll is Big Babyz 4th edition Yasmin. That is how I labeled her in the database. There's not a lot of years where Big Babyz were released. If you know how to navigate the database, if you don't know, you should learn. I would recommend learning how to navigate the database. But if you do know how to navigate this, you will probably have an easier time doing this. If you go to lookinbratz.com/database, if you can find this doll, if you could tell me how to find information about her face screening, which is the layout of the face, the shapes and everything used, and if you could tell me about how to find that information out and how to find out information about the hair type on the website, then I will reach out to you about getting a prize. Let the people in the comments know, like give them like tips on how to use lookinbratz.com. Because I know my way of using lookinbratz.com, but maybe I don't know everyone else's way of using lookinbratz.com. And I'm gonna say lookinbratz.com right now is not the most polished. Let's say I'm a very creative person. Very inspired by a lot. I get inspired by a lot. I love Bratz. I think they are kind of like the nexus of what I do and like my influences. But I was making the website. I did have an idea of what I wanted it to look like, but I had such a different taste at that point. And it's still similar to my taste now, but it's just, I don't know, I think a revamped. I think everyone should be constantly improving themselves, and I always try to aim for like the best version of myself. That might look different in like a moment, so, you know. But I don't know how I'm feeling about this hairstyle thing here. Maybe I got it. I think I have an idea. Okay. As I was saying, also, if you really know me, you know that this is like no behavior from me. And that I'm okay, guys. Hey, folks. I tend to say folks, not guys. Shut up. Don't piss me off right now. It was the fly. I got it. I think. I hope. It was on the ring light. I don't like that. Anyways. I don't like bugs. I know people who love bugs. I don't like bugs. I'm sorry. This is my apology video to the bug community. I really loved A Bug's Life though. Great movie. Yeah. I don't remember the thing in that movie. Okay. Where I'm at with this. Anyways, I was, working on lookinbratz.com. And when I first built it, I was so focused on what was going into it, like the database aspect of it, that every other aspect of the site kind of wasn't as up to par. And I'm not saying the database is like the best thing in the world, but I'm like, I could see the effort. I'm a mess because this is filmed in fragments, like weird fragments. And I am starting to sweat, so I'm excited to turn the air back on in this room, in this bedroom. I'm just grateful for where I'm at the moment. My big Babyz Ice Champions Vanessa, I had her and then I didn't have her. I think I donated her. I put her in one of those charity bins and I was on my merry way. And maybe I wish it wasn't like that, but I do hope maybe I made a kid happy, or I don't know, another doll color. I really gotta wrap it up soon. Also, shout out to Kiana. I got the shirt at Charlotte Russe. Go to Charlotte Russe. Hit up I was on the Charlotte Russe Instagram. That's crazy to me. I was like, oh wow, I never thought I'd be on the Charlotte Russe Instagram. Nobody liked that post, but it's whatever. I was on the Charlotte Russe Instagram. I can say it now. I'm excited for the future. I think Lookin' Bratz is on an uphill road. I think I just needed to make this video to address things just like going on in my life where I've been at mindset wise, especially when it comes to YouTube. And I've neglected YouTube a bit for almost past 6 months, if we really think about it. I've tried my best. I really tried my best. I've been trying so hard to be consistent, but it's really one of the things that's been put on the back burner because there are other bigger things happening and other bigger things that passed, unfortunately. But I've hit a lot of milestones in my life this year, and I'm looking forward to, I guess, hitting more and hitting it with the community. And I'm so excited. I can't even express the gratitude. And this is gonna be a crazy video. Really, just put me down in a room and I will talk. This is what I think my honors English 2 teacher wanted from me for when we did the existentialism. I don't know what it was called. I think it was existentialism, something like that, where you just have a stream of thoughts. And that's what you're writing about, is your stream of thoughts. That is what my videos are. I'm a stream of thoughts. Bratz thoughts. If you remember Bratz thoughts, that's a deep cut to say Bratz thoughts. That's a whole other thing that happened in Bratz history. I'm so excited to talk about that with everybody. I'm excited to do YouTube videos and articles and just cool things with all of you. But also really excited to do more of me. I'm excited to share more of me and my experiences with dolls and connect with the community in even deeper ways. I just think it's been go mode for me lately, and there's gonna be a reason why, and I think people are gonna understand why once they see it all. But just so much gratitude for the people who have been supporting me and who will support me. I think lately I've been reflecting on who I have been in the past, the type of person I've been, and the type of person I've grown into. And I think me 10 years ago, I'm 25. Please don't make comments about my age. Don't make comments about my age. That's not cool. Me at 15 would have thought, maybe this is really cool. And I think me even younger than that wouldn't have even believed it, that I would be at this point in my life where I am. I always saw so many different versions of myself when I thought about my future, and I don't know if I ever thought I would have lived out this experience, but it's definitely something that I think is crucial to my development for sure as a person. And this is my video. So much gratitude to the people, and to the people who have supported me, and to the people who are helping with this whole thing that I've been doing, and it's so hard for me to keep it all in. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's gonna be such a beautiful thing, and it's gonna be so true to everything I've wanted to do for the community, and it's just gonna be the start of everything more I'm gonna do. And I don't know, I'm excited to bring everyone along with me on what happens with Lookin' Bratz, because it's been special for sure. It's been a very special experience. Oh, my phone is tired of me. My phone, that temperature went up, and I was like, oh, maybe I should shut up and wrap it up. And really see the most genuine side of me. I think I've always been genuine in pockets. Like, it's so hard to be 100% authentic when you're really trying to, I don't know, be an appealing version of yourself. I think we all go act in different ways, different settings. But this is really, I think, just me. I think there's even more to see of me. I don't know. But thanks. Oh, I just have to say the artists that are working on lookinbratz.com. There's cool graphics and color and shapes, and it's gonna be unafraid. It's gonna be very unafraid. I don't want to say bold. I don't know about like bold. Yes, it will be bold, but I'm like that. It feels like it gives off a different vibe. This is fun. The simplest things are gonna be fun. And I think lookinbratz.com as it is, or as it was fine, but now it's refined. It's gonna be refined. And I'm gonna say, I went on a tangent on my Instagram stories last night. I was deep in thought. I've been so deep in thought the past 2 months because I've had so much time to myself. This is what happens. I had a flipped schedule where I was at home most days of the week the past month and a half. And now I have to go back to normal now, where it's a hybrid schedule, but it's like different. But I've had so much time to myself that I think it's been healthy for me, but I'm like, okay, I need to start socializing again. I need to not forget how to socialize with folks. But I think that's what also led to this video, is that I've had so much time to reflect that I just talk even more than I've normally talked. And I'm a yapper. But lookinbratz.com, man, woman, them, however you identify, it's amazing. It's gonna be it, and it's just gonna go up from there, and I'm excited for that. I will say there are going to be some initiatives that I do maybe within the next 2 months that are going to play into the rollout of the revamp. And I went on my tangent yesterday and I said September, so now I owe it to y'all to commit to September. I'm committing to a September date for the revamp, but I think sprinkled in between. I already started. I've been teasing so much on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram or Facebook, do yourself the favor. I'm so close to like 40K on Facebook, and it surpassed my Instagram follower count. I was like, chill, girl, chill. But it's gonna be cool. And I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want me to do ASMR one day, because I think I need to do an ASMR video. I was thinking of starting this off doing ASMR, and I'll be like, maybe this will be the twist of the video. But I think the twist of the video is that this video even exists right now. So we're gonna stick with that, and we're not gonna add any extra layers to it, but just know I studied up a lot on ASMR, and I think I need to experiment with it at least once or twice while we do this whole Lookin' Bratz thing. I think we need to do it, and I think it'll be fun to do it. But I finished Yasmin. Leave a thumbs up, like on this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll post pictures of her on Instagram, all dolled up. I think the hair came out pretty decently. I'm gonna do some shaping up probably. It's a little patchy in some areas. I will say it's a little choppy up here, but it's fine. I'm just excited to have a big Babyz doll, and I'm hoping that we get reproduction soon. Check out lookinbratz.com as it is now, but don't get too used to the way it looks now, because it's probably gonna look a little bit different over time. Not like exponentially different, but pretty different. It's gonna be unique, but in a good way, of course. I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited, and if you're not, get excited, because it's gonna be an exciting time, and I really want to get the community involved in so many different ways with this and a bunch of things in the future. And I'm just looking forward to it. Looking forward, Lookin' Bratz. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I think we came up with something here. I got you, Dom. You're gonna appreciate this when you rewatch this. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. A little ramble sesh, a little doll hair. I don't know, I'm dipping my Bratz pegs in every pond, I think, at some point. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more of this. I'm gonna, of course, this is not my usual type of video. Yes, I ramble a lot, but I don't ramble ever like this on camera. This was the most rambling video I've done ever. But I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, and I will see you all in the next one. Go lookin' brats.